The FOMC meeting is tomorrow. They're expected to cut rates. We've got the president of the U.S. meeting with the president of China on Thursday. We've got the end of the pause of the China tariffs coming up November 10th. We are stacked with catalysts. Let's talk about those real quick today. But before we get going, smash that like button, subscribe, comment which of these Bitcoin related assets you're getting into that we're going to talk about or that we generally talk about on this channel. Check out the channel memberships. We've got some amazing things going on in there, especially in the stalagmite level where you get the real-time trade posts and members only videos. Let's get right into this. So FOMC is tomorrow. They're going to cut rates by 0.25%. Okay, it's going to happen. This is at 96%. When it's this high, it's not wrong. They're going to cut it. That's basically decided. So that should lead to some volatility, but I don't think we'll get the euphoria quite yet. I think we'll get more of a euphoric type of moment after the meeting with Trump and Xi Jinping. That's when we will find out exactly where this economy is headed. All right. Also, FOMC for December 10th is looking like they're going to do another cut down to 3.5%, which is still a little bit high from where we'd like to see it for refinancing the debt, but this is still, progress. Okay. So also, the tariffs, not tariffs. Okay. Trump is going to meet with Xi Jinping on October 30th. So on the 29th, we've got FOMC. On the 30th, we have this meeting, probably sometime on the 31st or so, or maybe on the 30th itself, we will get some kind of post coming from the White House talking about how this went or giving us some kind of bombastic thing to trade off of. Okay, that is likely going to happen. And then if we don't get that, the next one is the expiration of the pause or getting a deal before this pause. That will be the launching moment when a deal is announced, and it will likely come before November 10th unless for some reason they break down. And if they break down, well, guess what? We're probably going to have a bad time in Q4 here of 2025, and then I'll be looking at potentially making some sales because November 10th is getting really close to the end of the cycle, and I don't intend on holding much after that period of time. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin now. This is going to be the end here. We're doing a real quick one today. All right, so I haven't showed you this before, but here's an interesting thing. Okay, see this? This is anchored VWAP with standard deviation bands, 3 of them in each direction, starting for the year, right? It's the yearly band. So this started in 2025. You can see there's like some that started back here, like, and this was 2024, and you can see where we tend to end the year is near the top band. I mean, look at that. Just like with, I think I've showed this with SPY before, most years it tends to end towards the top band, except for 2022, which was the reset year, which ended near the middle, okay? All right, so if we're going to follow suit here, one thing I want to make note of is we are forming a double bottom right here, double bottom right down here, and we pushed out of that with perfection. Now we're making a bull flag where we can push up to 121, and if we can get over 121, 122, then we should push up to 128 and make a new all-time high. One thing I want to point out is this blue line is the anchored VWAP for the year. We came to back test it, right? Now we're building strength between the first standard deviation, and once we break that, we could quickly move to the next standard deviation, which is all the way up at 128. And if we break that, we could move quickly up to the next standard deviation, which is up at about $140,000 on Bitcoin, and that would do exceptional for our Bitcoin miners. Okay. That's really all I wanted to point out. We'll do a real quick look at ETH because everybody's excited about ETH as well. ETH also did a bit of a double bottom. Well, this looks more like a triple bottom, and we're forming a bull flag here in the middle of this standard deviation band, which means Ethereum could easily find itself back up at 4,800. And then once we cross that, we're looking at brand new all-time highs closing in close to $6,000. So we're watching that very carefully. Now, Ethereum didn't come back down to its VWAP, anchored VWAP for the year. So it's kind of interesting that we got that triple, almost quadruple bottom here. I mean, you can see that we've got the bottom 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there. Yeah, and we're above the neckline on the double bottom version, and we're making a bull flag here on the right edge, and that could easily resolve to 4,800 pretty quickly. So we're paying attention to that as well. Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Try to keep your head on straight as we go into these catalysts. Know where you would buy a dip. know where you would buy a rip, and then also know where you would sell the rip, and know when a dip has gone too far down and you'd be interested or incentivized to sell that to protect your capital. Basically, know your entries, know your exits. This is the time. You don't. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. This is the game. It is happening right now. Get yourself ready. Have your game plan set here as of today. Get it set to. If you don't have it, make it today. Act on it soon. Have it ready to act upon at a moment's notice, because the game is on now. Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Comment on which of the Bitcoin miners or which assets you're purchasing right now as we go into this final blow-off stage, hopefully blow-off stage of the cycle. Check out the channel memberships, especially the stalagmite level, where you get the real-time trade posts and members-only videos, and have a profitable day.